that cable that goes from the handle thing down to the turning thing inside of where that it goes. All right, so it goes inside of the thing on top of the thing right there. That's where that cable goes. It attaches onto another thing, and if the black thing isn't connected right to the other thing, it's not going to work. Whenever you pull it, it's just not going to work. So we had to replace the black thing and put it on a different thing, and now the whole thing works. Like literally flames shooting up from it, and oh man, there's so many different stories I've had with mowers, and then a story of perseverance. But even last week, right after service, and throughout the week this week, I feel like that this was the season that we're coming into perseverance. And so here's how perseverance is defined. It's continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. All right, does everybody see that definition? Raise your hand. You've had to persevere through some things. I feel like that whenever we started planting the church, whenever somebody talked about church planting, whenever I even had this idea of what it would be like to plant a church, I didn't know that it was going to take so much perseverance. I didn't know that maybe every door wasn't going to open, but sometimes I would have to climb up on the roof and tear the roof off to get to where God wanted me to go. I didn't know that God was going to call us to plant a church in the middle of the pandemic, and it would take so much perseverance. I didn't know that the jobs that I was going to have to get would be so hard and taxing. I didn't know that our family was going to have to go through things that we have gone through and are going through. I didn't know all these things, but perseverance. Perseverance, and here's why I say this. Hebrews chapter 12 actually backs this thought up and actually gives us this thought. It says, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance," or perseverance is the word there, "the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him, consider Jesus, who endured from sinners such hostility against himself, so that you may not grow weary or faint-hearted." And we're living in a time, personally, as a family, as a church family, corporately, that God is calling us not to quit. He's calling us to not grow faint-hearted. He's calling us not to grow weary in what we're doing. But there's actually perseverance that this is going to take perseverance. Where we're at, what we're doing is going to take perseverance. How many times, when we face obstacles, we just want to give up? Mower? Really? After all the time I was trying to get it started, I just wanted to push it over or else throw it in a lake, whatever, right? I'm just done with the mower. Done with it. And we feel like that a lot of times in our life, don't we? Because we just get tired of the pull, we get tired of the struggle, we get tired of the continual opposition, and so what it does is it causes us to question the direction sometimes, it causes us to question the tools, the mechanics, it causes us to question things that we're going through. And we always need to have this conversation with God, we always need to have this conversation with Jesus open,